First of all, giving all honor and praises to the Yah of Israel, the Yah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Yah of our forefathers, Yah of our ancestors. I greet you all in peace, love, and happiness. I would like to extend my love, thanks, and appreciation to all the elders and pioneers and great spirits that because of them we're here. And kingdom of Yah has been established. I would like to also give a special thanks to the saints of the Most High, because I had so much fun with all the events and the wedding and the holy days that was, you know what I'm saying, it passed. And it was such a exciting experience to be able to come before you and entertain you. And the reason for this post is because times has changed now, and we need a new strategy. The rules of engagement has changed. We're not living in the days that our parents lived in. Things are changed and shifted. And this message is really going towards, you know, my brothers and sisters that has joined the LGBTQ community, lesbian, gay, bisexual, queers, and trisexuals, or you understand, whatever the definition is. And first of all, I would like to say that it took courage for you to come out and state these things, you understand. And the first order of business, because we know where we come from and who we are, if you feel like you have an attraction to the same sex, you understand, whether you boy or girl, you know, first thing you should do is separate yourself, you understand, and try to deal with yourself accordingly, do what you got to do. And the other thing is, it's understandable that because of the way the world is today, we're going to have them kind of things even in the kingdom of Yah. So I would suggest you don't just put on, you know, so don't just put on no fringes and cover up things that we don't really, you know, do in the kingdom of Yah, because that's not what we're about. First of all, nothing is going to come out of being gay. I can't even imagine if all the Nisakim and the Sarim and Atarim and everybody said we're going to come to Israel and we're going to build a community and we're going to be gay. I mean, I wouldn't be able to be sitting here, you know, doing this video for you right now. So all my brothers and sisters that are gay or joined the, you know, the LGBTQ community, can we please leave that away from us and the babies and not promote that? You understand? I do love you, but I can't support that decision that you're making. And I do believe that it's an illness today because it's in the food. You understand? If they putting all kind of hormones and everything in the food that you eat, the water that you drink, the air that you breathe. So it's no wonder we're going to have these kind of situations also. And we need to be mindful of what we are showing the Yeladim. It's not wise to be, you know, somewhere around, you know, somewhere celebrating something that has nothing to do with us. And it's against the black man in whole, because we have a strong genetic structure. So when you make these decisions to do this, you're really putting a condom on your father's legacy. And I want you to remember, whoever making these decisions, whether you understand, you make a decision, it's your choice, your life, your body. But when you make these decisions, you have to be mindful of your parents, people around you, your little brothers and sisters. They're being exposed to a toxic decision that you're making. Because see, we can be enslaved with our minds. You don't have to be enslaved with shackles today. You can be in slavery, mental slavery. You understand? You can be a slave to your sexual desires. You can be a slave to the alcohol. You can be a slave to the woman's coochie or whatever. So it don't really have nothing to do with slavery today. It's making choices and being accountable to them choices that you're making. Now, if you made a choice to do that, whoever we are or you are, we do love you. Can't nobody point the finger, because everybody know they got some personal issues that they dealing with too. But that's not what we representing in the Keilah. Nothing will come from that. I personally don't understand why a man will want to put his business where another man do his business. They go on the toilet and they do their business, and now you want to put your business where he do his business. Some about that don't make sense. That's why I say it's an illness. And because they selling this popular narrative, if they making the world gay, nothing will come out of that. Nothing. You put a group of gay men on one island for 50 years, and you put a group of women and men on another island and come back 50 years later, this island is going to be blossoming, and there's going to be a bunch of corpse there. So making these decisions don't necessarily mean this is right, and it's a natural decision. And we didn't come over here to convert, you understand, to the ways of the world. So all my gay brothers and sisters that joined the LGBTQ community, we understand that that's a decision that you made. You want to sexually explore the same sex, you understand, you buy or whatever. That's understood. But please, distance yourself, first of all. And the second thing you got to do is understand that it's kids. It's a lot of kids around. So when you exposing something like this, you can confuse the children because they don't understand their sexuality. They like sponges. So if you showing them it's okay to be gay, he gonna start thinking that kissing another little boy is okay because it's being promoted and supported by you people. So we have to draw the line. It's not nothing wrong with being gay. The problem with gay people is they want the whole world to be gay. You can't cut on the TV. They want to put you on the skirt. You can't be in the music industry. They want to take off your clothes. Every black man in the industry, they want you to wear a dress, a skirt, some tights, something. They don't want no black image. It's the conspiracy to destroy black boys to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. But the Messiah has been here already, and the kingdom of Yah has been established. So there's no love lost for any brothers and sisters who feel like they are homosexuals, you understand, lesbians, bisexuals, queers, or whatever it is. You have to separate yourself from the sanctuary because that's not what we're about. And under no circumstances do not promote this to the Elohim. We don't do that. Nothing comes out of that. Nothing comes from a man and a man or a woman and a woman. And it goes totally against the plan of God, which is be fruitful and multiply and continue to build the kingdom of Yah. We came over here to convert, not to convert. And for all you cowards who know that you doing some sneaky stuff and hiding behind under them fringes and cords of blue, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Because these is different times. It ain't time to be playing these games. You can spread something rapidly in a community so small. And remember the play they done with us on Corona. Remember that play. Because it's a lot of saints will still be here if you would have adhered to the instructions that I gave you. But see, because you lost the instruction manual and you letting them dictate the terms, then they're going to end up being the ones writing the last chapter of our history. And they can't write the last chapter of our history. So with certain things, this is for my age, my peers, my group. We can't be bold about toxic decisions that we make and acting like it won't affect the younger generation. And we must bridge the gap between the younger generation and the older generation. Because somewhere the level of understanding and the teachings that we receive and the whoopings and everything we receive, they didn't get that. I'm not suggesting you start whooping some taki because that's not going to happen today. But we do need to be mindful about making these choices and not just being blatantly ignorant and disrespectful about it. I mean, big game, go and deal with your stuff, man. What you got to hurt your parents for? It say, honor thy father and thy mother, and thy days will be prolonged on this planet. Don't you believe that stuff? Nobody. I mean, I live in the gayest city in the world, and they start with me all the time, flirting with me, sending me. But hey, I'm not gay. What's wrong with being a polygamist? What's wrong? You understand? So we need to be mindful of that. And don't just be putting on no fringes and cords of blue and trying to cover up all this foolishness that you all are doing. If you want to be on some foolishness, go to where foolishness is allowed. But leave the sanctuary pure. That's not where we don't get down like that. We don't do that. We don't do that. You understand? That's not how we get down. And for all the saints who feel like they should support and promote this because they're getting emotionally involved with their opinions, when you can prove to me that a man and a man can naturally perceive a child, and that science and technology make more sense than the creation and pure teva, you understand, then I just shut up and listen. But until the day come that you can prove to me that science and technology make more sense than what Yah created for us and the purity of it, you understand, and that a man and a man can have a baby, if you could prove that to me, okay. But if you can't prove that to me, that means I'm not speaking to you out the far-fetched blue. Don't forget who my father was. I'm the ambassador of truth and higher learning, Prince of Peace, love, and happiness. We are missing. The world today is not built on morals, principles, ethics, peace, love, happiness, honor. That's not the world today. The world today allows you to do whatever you want to do. And they set in a narrative of overpopulation so that they can get in your mind there's too many of us, when we really just crumped up in a bunch of little cities that they can control us in. It's not. It's just the rich people own all the land. If you spread out, you will understand it. It ain't enough of us on this planet. So they selling a narrative, and you the one gonna buy into it because you the target. You the target. When you gay, you put a condom over your whole father's legacy. When you choose to be gay in the kingdom of Yah, you putting a condom over the legacy of the kingdom of Yah. Whatever your father role was in the kingdom of Yah, you are condemning that. It's no longer about just your sperm. It's about condemning the thought of even being able to naturally have children, being able to naturally connect with a woman, because that naturally can happen. The whole fight is about gays won't what straights can naturally do, what a woman and a man can naturally do. Now, if they get these babies gonna be growing up at two men, then they're gonna start asking questions. It's gonna lead to a bunch of confusion, and we can't participate with that kind of confusion. It's an illness. We need to pray for them. We need to get some kind of solutions to understand, and we need to, for sure, know one thing. Today is different. The rules of engagement has changed. We need a new strategy, and we got to bridge the gap between the young generation and the old generation. Don't forget your history. The Yah Israel used Ben Ammi and a vision and a group of men to bring us over here and establish the kingdom of Yah. The devil used a black man, just like you called Obama, to make America gay and take black people in Africa all the way off track. He the one led the charge against Muammar Gaddafi, because Gaddafi was trying to get a whole African currency that will strengthen the whole continent, and it will obliviate and totally cripple the American and Western economy, because everything they get is off our backs and from our land and our resources. So don't participate with no plan that's coming from America. That's why they got the vice president going down there to Africa, trying to get them to accept the LGBTQ marriages. But they, to this day, are still milking the continent. You have to know what is important. Don't join the enemy and fight against your brothers. Nobody can control no decision that you make with your life. But if you do make a decision with your life, have enough respect for your parents and where you come from to separate yourself and do not promote that. And if you can't help yourself but to promote that, I ask of you, brothers, young brothers, CFF, brothers on the move, Wow M, Banin, anybody who exposed to this website or TVs or anything, be mindful of what your children is looking at, because they gonna come in the house doing stuff that you know you ain't teach them at home. And it's because they're exposed to just wickedness everywhere. It's just sexuality. Have sex with everything. Just sex with dogs, with each other. Don't care. God ain't even in the picture. They want night to be day, day to be night. We're here to be a light to the world. We hold the key to salvation. We're not here to participate with the devil. He know his time is running out. So I'm not hostile about my brothers and sisters choosing to be gay. But I am hostile about the gay agenda trying to make the whole world gay. We ain't got to be gay. That's the reason why they won't accept me and a whole lot of other brothers in the music industry. Because we refuse to put on a dress. We refuse to let them dictate how we dress. They hate my Messianic suits. They hate the way I dress. I love my culture because when I was on Bravo and me and the Vishakar won, they refused to let us represent Israel in Italy and claims that it wasn't no space on the plane. But the real claim was they told my Saba, we not going to go and represent Israel looking like two Hebrew boys. They going to redress us because, first of all, we represent the state of Israel. And my Saba said, heck no. They representing the kingdom of Yah first, and then credence go to Israel. So you got to understand it's a bigger picture than just your personal decision. Don't get so emotional about these personal decisions, thinking that you're going to make a decision like that, and it ain't going to have no effects on other people, especially if you're loud about it. I know a lot of gay people in the kingdom that I love to this day, looked out for them, we cool and loved, I respect them, everything. But at least they not loud about it. They not trying to promote it as if that's the thing today. Being gay is not the way. That's not the way. The LGBT ain't going to be nothing 50 years from now. They can't naturally produce. What y'all thought the Matrix was a movie? That was a documentary. The devil was just trying to tell you what his plans is for this planet. And they want to destroy every bit of this planet. I warned you about the things that was going on in the nation, in them videos, previous videos, about the violence and aggression. Now, hey, a brother is missing. We still don't have no answers for that. There's no bridge between the current government that you serving and the younger generation, you understand? So we got a lot of situations that we got to deal with, and we don't have no solutions because we don't have no strategy. The rules of engagement has changed. There's no kind of cooperation between the younger generation and the older generation. So it's everywhere. And now the Yehudim is just boldly doing things that are so against Yah. They doing these things boldly. Boldly. I'm not talking about. Look at here. I stated to some brothers. I talked to them before I performed before that CFF, Purple and Gold Affair. And I stated that I had some concerns regarding to what's going on in the Yehudim. You think they called me back about them concerns? They busy talking about some collecting money for some events and all this stupidity. We got a group of coward brothers down there that don't understand that they having babies now. And if they don't get involved in their life, they going to eat up our babies. The whole plan was to get the babies. They wanted to get the babies. They after the children. Wake up. Ain't nothing wrong with you choosing to be gay. That's an illness today, being gay. But it's something wrong when you're promoting that because it's against me. You choose to be gay, that don't exclude the fact that you come from a man and a woman. And every gay or lesbian queer on this planet come from a man and a woman. So something don't make sense. Putting your business where he go do his business. You don't put your wee in another man's ass, but if that's what you're really choosing to do and you want to explore that, don't be so loud about it. Because if you be loud, I'm going to stand for y'all. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. I'm not afraid of none of y'all Hebrews who claim to stand for y'all. I'm going to stand for truth. I watch my die in the name of truth. And I watch saints tell him he jumped the gun. He was elevated to a sar right in front of the whole Holy Council, right in that rock with my Saba. Soon as my Saba left in 2014, they started the plot to get Sardine out the way because he was the minister of truth and higher learning. And what he wanted to do was release the spirit of truth and judgment in this planet because they disrespecting the divine order of Yah Israel. It's truth formulated. You don't get off from truth. And if you know you're doing some ignorant stuff, take off them fringes and quarter blue. I love my culture. So don't be dressing up like me and doing no nigga business. Being gay and all that stuff. That don't have nothing to do with who we are and what we're supposed to represent. And you got a problem with what I'm saying, you can call me. Because this ain't out of hate. This is purely out of love and respect towards what we came from. We came here to build the kingdom. We came here to continue to grow. We are this small. Yes, some decisions has been made that's causing the brothers and sisters to go through the army and develop feelings and start realizing things about themselves that they probably felt when they was in the kingdom all along. No problem. Just don't promote it. You got children. We not about to be no homosexual community. We not about to be no community filled with no pedophiles. We not about to be no community filled with no rapists. We not about to be no community filled with no liars, no cheaters, no thieves, no murderers. That's not Yah. Stop putting my name in front of that crap. I'm Yokai, and that's not Yah. So don't put my name in front of that crap. And I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Enough is enough. You understand? We got to understand, this devil is not playing with us. His whole plan is to destroy us. What we have accomplished after 50 years, we can prove to the world that they don't need these toxic, demonic governments who's only in control of every last bit of their existence, and they making money from the day they born to the day they die. That's why you got a doggone passport. That's why you got a social security number. You are a stock in their market. Either you are an asset or a liability. But in the kingdom of Yah, you had a name. And you are to develop to be your name and who you are. I am Yochai. That means Yah live. I am Lochemiel, a warrior of Yah. I am whatever the name is. Everybody know the power of the name. But you have to adapt to the power of your name. We cannot begin to accept the adversary and what he is giving to us and try to make it seem like it's okay. That's not the kingdom of Yah. That's not what we came here for. We didn't come here to participate with wickedness. So if you feel like you want to be wicked, you separate yourself. It's plain and simple. And if you out here in Tel Aviv and you gay and you need some money, or you need some hookups, or you homeless, or you feeling lonely, I will always stop what I'm doing and come be your brother. Because nothing is going to never stop me from being your brother. I'm your brother for life, forever. You understand? But I can't participate or support these decisions that you're making because they anti-me. And they putting a condom over the kingdom in your father's legacy. We have to know that the truth is the center. Truth has the inherent power to produce the promised effects. If you put a group of gay people on the island and put a group of women and men on one island, go back 50 years later, it's going to be a bunch of corpse there, and this is going to be blossoming. Because something makes sense about be fruitful and multiply. Something makes sense about that. So if you need that instruction manual again, you need to ask me or somebody who still got their head on straight, that understand what the kingdom was built on and understand the sacrifices that have been made for us to even be able to be here today. Because without that instruction manual, you like a vehicle that's just moving, but you don't know what kind of oil to put in. You don't know what kind of fuel you're just a vehicle with no instructions on how to operate yourself. And the same thing goes with our body. We was born with an instruction manual on how we are to operate and become lights to this world, because we hold the key to salvation. It's darkness everywhere. I live in Tel Aviv, the gay center. Darkness everywhere. So, brothers and sisters, let us be mindful of these decisions that we're making. And if anything is not truth anti-Yah, you make the decision to separate yourself. We off them days, we gonna punish you, read or hold eye on you. We don't do that. That's that old school stuff. Today, you're gonna develop some responsibility for your actions. You're gonna respect your parents and the sacrifices that they made so that you could be here. And at the end of the day, if you do choose, understand, no matter what the freedom that you choose, freedom without self-discipline isn't freedom at all. Because you can always be a slave to your sexual desires, your sexual urges, your need to steal something, whatever, killing. It's all. That's why it's in the commandments. That's why he commanded us not to start doing these things, because it was like drugs. Imagine you just want to, how you so sexual, I can't understand. That's why it's an illness. You want to put your wee-wee in another man's behind hole where the mess come out of. We talking about diseases now. You understand? Or as a girl, you want to just hit that spot to the point your clitoris is just dropping down. Your clitoris is just hanging out your panties because you didn't just hit that spot so much. Zero discipline. And I'm speaking to all of us because we all got our flaws. But be mindful about what we participating with, because everything ain't yali. Everything ain't yali. And with that being said, brothers and sisters, it's been a great pleasure to perform before you. It's always a great honor and privilege to be able to stand for you. The brothers and sisters from the council of the CFF, I hope you admonish, I hope you adhere to the concerns that I talked to you about, and you realize that it's time for us to go on and take a step up. Because if you don't, what you're doing is you condemning a whole new generation of Yeladim. And the absence of truth is the absence of Yah. So you could say Yah to tomorrow. The absence of truth is the absence of Yah. So whatever you got to do, we got to do it. And we need to bridge the gap between the younger generation and the older generation. They need to understand, understand, and truth always overstand. That's why I understand your position, your predicament. I understand. I have emotional intelligence to, you know what I'm saying, know that, hey, being gay can be a burden, you know, because you liking another man. It ain't really accepted like that and all around. But in Tel Aviv, it's okay, you understand. But I understand you through truth, because a man and a man can't naturally reproduce, which makes it an illness, not something to be proud of. But it is something that you're aware of and you got to deal with. And it's the same thing with stealing, drug dealing, and all of that. So if you know you got some issues, y'all separate that from the sanctuary. Don't make the sanctuary a utopia for sins and wickedness and keep calling at the house of Yah. The kingdom of Yah is in you wherever you go. The kingdom of Yah ain't no place. The kingdom have to be in you. And we need to imprint the kingdom inside the new generation so that they can understand. It ain't enough this country you can call y'all Kushim since y'all been here day one. Come on now. We got to understand that. Without further ado, may Yah keep you, bless you, cause his face to shine upon you gracefully, and give unto you eternal peace. יברכם יחוה וישמרכם, יאר יחוה פניו אליכם ויחונכם, יישא יחוה פניו אליכם וישים עליכם שלום. מסר זה באהבה ללהט"בים בקהילה. ברגע שאתם מזהים שאתם להט"בים, הומואים, לסביות וכל זה, בבקשה לעשות הפרדה ולא להפיץ את זה, כי זה לא מה שאנחנו מייצגים. אנחנו פרו ורבו ומלאו את הארץ. כל מה שנגד החיים ונגד קיומנו זה נגדי ונגדנו. וזה ככה זה. אין פה עניין פה, אין פה איפה לזוז, אין פה מקום אפור. זהו, נקודה. מקווה מאוד שהבנתם אותי. המשך יום מדהים ומקסים. And may Yah bless all of you and cause his face to shine, his countenance across you. You understand? And may he show you the light. And even if you're in a dark hole or anywhere you be, I hope you please find peace and always feel loved and be happy. And most of all, take pride in who you are. Being a Hebrew Israelite and the son of light today is the most proudest thing you can be, because the world is filled with evil and folly. And everything is rotating on the axis of a lie. And if you don't believe me, just open up your telephone and cut on the TV. All right, brothers and sisters, love you. I'm the ambassador of truth and higher learning. And see y'all. And the brothers, y'all make sure you do what I'm telling you, because it's a lot of greater issues we got to deal with than just these events. It's more important things like the young generation. Okay, love y'all. Peace.